Sometimes people talk to me about normalizing their audio, and I never normalize my audio. However, I work on music production. You know, if you're working in fields of broadcast or other areas of audio production, normalizing might be useful. So let's discuss why I personally do not normalize any audio. Hello everyone, and welcome to Distinct Mastering. My name is Freddie. I'm a mastering engineer, producer, DJ, and president of Sleeping Giant Music. For over 2 decades, I've helped artists grow their careers, and now I'm here to help you with your music production skills. If you'd like a free stereo mastered sample from me, check the link below in my description. Now let's chat about normalizing audio and why I personally never do it in my music productions. Okay, first let's talk about what normalizing audio actually means. When you use a normalize plugin or function in a DAW, what it's doing is it's taking the highest peak of your audio and raising it to the point that you set. So if you leave it at 0, it's going to raise that peak and everything all along with it up respectively. Now, what I find unuseful is most people just normalize to 0. But if you're stacking tracks on top of each other and tracks are building up, volume is building up, now you're just creating more of a mess because you're getting closer to the digital threshold of 0 on your master fader. And you have to keep turning down your faders to gain stage. So it's better, in my opinion, to just record with a nominally hot signal, which gives you a better signal to noise ratio, and then not have to normalize your audio. Granted, there may be times when you get a piece of audio or you have a sample or something that is really low and you want to normalize it to bring it up. You can do that. And maybe I just recommend dropping that 0 down a little bit so it's not hitting the top. But remember, when you do normalize, you're bringing up all of the noise floor along with it. If that track is quiet, if there's any noise floor, that's coming up too. So another option from normalization is compression. And obviously, if you understand compressors, you can kind of control those peaks, that one that's sticking up that's going to hit that 0 mark, and maybe everything else doesn't get so loud. So maybe your option is to not normalize and actually use a compressor. You can really get tricky with compressors if you were to say set a fast attack and a fast release and set the threshold ever so slightly just to knock off a couple of those big peaks in your audio. And it won't even touch anything else in your whole track or your whole audio. You know, maybe those peaks are your culprits. And if you do need to normalize from there, great, go ahead and do it. But remember, if you got some heavy peaks and you're trying to normalize, you're really only going to get that up to the top, and then everything else might not get very loud. So, you know, I personally don't find normalization a very useful function. If I need some gain, I could probably do it with a gain plugin. I could probably do it with a compressor and get some nice added color. I can tame some peaks and gain it up. Or I could just record with a very hot signal, and I don't mean too hot, but you know, you want to get, in recording, you want to get a good signal. So that's very important to getting quality recordings. And from there, you know, I'm usually going the opposite way. I don't necessarily need to turn things up. I'm usually turning things down, which is a very, very common trick in music production that I suggest you understand, even with EQs. So that might be a future video, and if you're interested in that, please shoot me a comment. But, you know, back to the normalization topic, the other option really is to use it if you need it. You know, you might be in broadcast. There are definitely times when normalization can be a handy tool. I'm not saying I've never ever used it. I definitely have. And you need to pick and choose your battles. And part of the game is picking the right tool for the right setting. And I find a lot of people just jump to normalization for no apparent reason. So make sure you ask yourself, do I need to normalize this, or is there a better route? And that's a brief overview on normalization and why I personally hardly ever use it. If you have any questions, shoot me a comment down below. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and the bell notification will keep you up to date. Once again, my name is Freddie from Distinct Mastering, and have a great day.